Okay, sir. So I think everyone knows, right? In a Salesforce, we have two types of user interface. One is the classic, other one is the lightning UI, right? Generally, if you go to the classic, so anyone observed, right, till now, what is the difference between classic user interface and lightning user interface? Till now, we have covered, we have seen both UIs, right? What is the difference between these two UIs? Anyone? Okay. So classic is the older version UI. Okay. Salesforce Lightning is a later version UI, and it is a rich UI. Okay. And in the Lightning Classic, if you want to create pages, what we will use? How we can create pages in the Classic?
VF pages.
We'll use a VF pages, right? If you want to create a Lightning pages in the Salesforce, Lightning user interface page, if you want to create, okay, we'll use a Lightning component. Lightning component, we could use a Lightning component. Lightning component is like a framework. Okay, I'll prepare one notes also for this topic, so it will help you. Okay. So in the classic, we can use a VF pages. In the Lightning, we can use a Lightning component based framework. The Lightning component is like a framework Salesforce is providing. Okay. So it's taking time. Okay. So meanwhile, so if you want to learn Salesforce Lightning, what are the things you need is mainly you need to know like a basics, you know, at least the basics of Apex class and all. Okay. And so at least if you know some HTML, CSS, that is also good. If you don't know issues, because will teach everything from scratch. Okay, from basic onwards, no issues. Okay, so these are the two requirements. If you know at least Salesforce basics, and if you have Apex knowledge, those two are enough to learn a Salesforce Lightning components. Okay, so what is Salesforce Lightning? Okay, already we have classic. Why Salesforce is launched Lightning? Okay, I'll show you some simple example. Okay, for example, if you go to the classic page, if I click a account tab, what is happening here? If you click a new button, what is happening here? What is happening here? Every time page is loading completely, right? Every time it is calling server side, right? Calling server and it is refreshing, page refreshing. Complete page is refreshing here. Okay. For example, same tab, if you open in a Lightning UI, click on accounts. So page complete page is loading here now. If you click a new account, what is happening now? What is the difference you are observing now in the classic and Lightning? So classic is, so that is like a server side. Actually, if you click anything, it is calling server side controller. In the background, it is displaying the page. But if it comes to the Lightning UI, it is like a, it will not call every time server side controller. It is like a, everything we are calling client side controller. Whatever is there, it is displaying. So if you click here, if you go any page, see, this is not refreshing page. If you click here, complete page is refreshing. Every time we are calling server side controller. So that is the one case. Okay. So if you are doing anything in the UI or anything, no need to call every time server side controller. That is not a good practice. Okay. Generally, if you take a VF pages, what will happen? There are only two components. One is in the UI, we can use a VF tag markup language. In the backend, how what we can use? Controller, right? Either you can use a custom controller or standard controller. So what will happen whenever you click a button? How it will? What is the happening here in the VF page? How the flow will start? For example, if we create one VF page here, if we create some class controller here, VF controller. For example, you can take this is a VF page. Okay, this is a controller. So for example, here I am creating some like a UI frame, like a name, phone number, okay, and email. Click a submit button. Okay, this is a submit button. Okay, so whenever I enter details, name, phone, email, and submit, so I have to save this information in a contact object. Okay, and I have to display that ID into the some message I want to display here. Like your contact is saved, you can see this is your ID like that. I want to display something, some message. So for this, if you want to build this type of logic, what we have to do is, if you click this button, so what will happen? If you click this button, what will happen after entering the data? So it will call the controller side. In the controller side, what will happen? We have to write one class with a method called submit method, save method. In the method, we have to insert the contact. Okay. Even if you want to use a page reference method or anything you want to navigate any other different page, you can use a page reference also. So this is a flow. You can go from VF page to controller. If you click this button, it is calling server-side controller. And once the page is saved, that record is saved, again you will get the response from the here page. Okay, you can use a page reference, or you can you can use a normal void also. You can do anything. You can perform any actions here. So this is a flow. It will go like this. Okay, it like this. It will go, and data will come like this. Okay. So here only we have two components here. One is a VF page and another is a controller. So whenever you click a submit button, every time it will go to the controller, it will do the some action and get the response to the VF page. Right. So every time it is calling server-side controller. But in the Lightning component, if you click a submit button, okay, no need to go every time to the server-side controller. So in the Lightning component, we'll use a client-side controller. So it will store the data. Okay. You can do everything actions in this client-side controller only. I'll tell you what's the main difference between VA page and Lightning component, so that you can understand why we are going for Lightning components now instead of VA pages. Okay. So this is the one thing. No need to call every time server call. We can avoid server calls. Okay. And if you observe UI, the main thing is UI. If you click here any page, you can see how this Lightning UI is looking, right? Page is looking. If you click this UI, you can see how this page is looking. Which UI is good?
Lightning.
Lighting, right? So this is a like rich UI compared to classic, right? So that's why Salesforce launched Lightning for the better UI. Okay, not only better UI, whatever the Lightning UI is there, that is a browser compatibility. What is the meaning of browser compatibility? For example, if I will open and record here in the Lightning UI, I'll show you. So Lightning component is a browser compatibility. What is the meaning of browser compatibility? Here, detail page. I'll open same account in a classic. Click Acme. Okay. So now currently we're using desktop, right? So if you just click inspect element, same page if I want to use in a mobile, how it will display? Same page if I want to use in a mobile, how it will display? Same page if I want to use in a iPad, how it will display? Okay. If a same page if I want to use in a different browser, how it will display? You can check here. Just click here. Okay. You can see how it will display in okay, different UIs. If you go for like Galaxy S5, see, browser is not compatible for it. It will not that much good UI. Okay, see how this is good looking. Yeah. So iPad, how it looks like iPad here, right? iPad. So UI is not good actually. Okay, so you can check anything here. Okay, this is like a classic. Okay, so classic components or VF pages are not browser compatibility. Classic pages are not browser compatibility. Okay, so if you open same page, this page in a Lightning page in a different browser, so you can see how this looks like. So this is a browser compatibility. It will display in the mobile how it will display, iPhone how it will display. Okay, so Galaxy how it will display. You can see this is like a browser compatibility. You can see how it is looks like compared to that one. Okay, you can see you can rotate screen and you can check how it will display, what data will display, all those things. Okay, so that this is the, let's say, one big reason all the customers are moving from classic pages to Lightning pages. So Lightning is a browser compatibility. It will support all the devices. Whatever the Lightning component you are using, that will support for all the browsers. Everyone is following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, there is the main difference between classic and Lightning. Okay, so rich UI. Okay, here this is like a rich UI in the Lightning. Good. Okay. Prepare new. Okay. So we VF page. So lightning nodes. Just I'm creating nodes, okay, for our purpose. Okay. So lightning is what? So lightning is a component based framework. Lightning is a component based framework. Okay. So you can create a component. You can refer that component wherever you want. You can refer that component in the record page also. Okay. And you can use that same component in the communities. You can use the same component in a single page applications. You can use the same component in like a tab. So you can use that. It's and Lightning component is like a reusable also. Reusable purpose also we can use a Lightning component. Okay. So this is like a Lightning component. Okay. So Salesforce is like a based on the like a component based framework. So which framework we are using in the Lightning is we are using Aura framework, where you can see Lightning component related tags here is just you can go to the new tab. Just you can type Lightning. Just you can type Lightning component bundle. Okay, you can see all what is Lightning component, what is the like tags available. Okay, similar like how we can see VA page, right? Just 1 minute. Okay, so we can use this Lightning component. Okay, resources. Okay, there you can see all the components and all. I'll show you how we can use that components and all. Okay. So to show that Lightning component reference guide and all, I'll first create a like a domain and all. I will show you that thing. Okay. You can see all the tags available in the Lightning and all those things here. Okay. Somewhere we have to see Lightning component reference. Lightning component library. Exactly. So you can see this library, like what are the Lightning components available. Okay, what are the tags available here? You can see sample code you want to check. You can check. You can see how we can use a Lightning component. If you want to see Lightning related tags or a related tags, how you can use a component tag or a component. You can put a code here. So you can see this is like a component library. How you can see VF pages, right? Framework, right? You can see all the tags, Apex page block table, Apex data table. Similarly, this is like a Lightning component library. You can see all the components which Salesforce is providing. Like Aura component is providing. Okay, Force namespace components is providing. UI based names components also it is providing. Okay, we'll discuss everything. Okay, here you can use this one. Going forward, we can use all this in our Lightning code. Okay, this is a Lightning component bundle, Lightning component. Okay, here you can see all these tags. We can refer these tags in the upcoming classes. How we can create a tag, what is the use of this each tag and all those things. So this is like a Lightning component a library. Okay, so 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 this Lightning components like is like a code is like a browser compatibility, and we can use the same component in a multiple places in a mobile application, okay, in the desktop application, in the Lightning tab, in the record page, wherever you want, you can use that component. Okay, so that is like a Lightning component based framework. Okay, so Aura is a high quality UI framework developed in JavaScript. This is a component based development. Okay, Lightning is a component based development. We have to develop a component. We can refer that component wherever you want. You can reuse that component also wherever you want. Okay, we'll see one by one. Okay, so in the Lightning we have events to communicate, okay, between the two components. Okay, event means nothing but, for example, whenever you click on some button, what will happen? For example, you click edit, right? This is nothing but an event. So what you have to do? How it will communicate to server? Once you change this rating to hot to warm, if you click a save is nothing but a one event, right? So like this is like a standard events. Okay. Similarly, we have some component event, application event also there. So we can pass data from one component to child component to parent component to child component. Okay, we can discuss that in upcoming classes. Okay, to communicate between the components, we can use the event. Okay. So what is the benefit of Lightning? Why we are using Lightning? Already we have web pages. So first one is we can create a faster applications. What is the meaning of faster applications? What is the meaning of faster application? To create faster applications, we can use Lightning. How we can get faster applications in the Lightning?
Maybe in case of VFP, it is calling the server side, but because you mentioned that in Lightning, that is not going to the server side. Maybe it's a fast, right? Maybe that could be one reason.
That is also to get the response from the server. Okay, client side, we can get the response in the Lightning little bit fast compared to Classic. Okay, so how we can develop faster applications in the Lightning means, for example, if you take this account page, okay, if you open any one record, so this is a one page, or and how many pages are there here? If you open same record here, this is how many pages? This is how many pages here?
This is many pages.
So in the Classic, this is all nothing but a one page only. If you click edit, complete page will change. But if you go to the Lightning, this is a one part, right? Okay.
I think they are all components, right, sir?
Correct. So whatever you can see in this page, all are components. This is one component. Okay. This is another component. This is third component. For example, if I want to develop this page, what I can do is I can give these components to the Mohana. Mohana, please develop this component. For example, this UI I'll give to the Srinivas. This UI I'll give to the Raj. So that what will happen? Whatever the component they developed, three people, I'll put everything into the one component. I'll display into the here. But comes to the like Classic, can I give this part to the one person like this? No, this needs to be taken care by only one person, because VF pages are like a not a component, right? We should develop one person needs to develop complete page. Everyone is following what I'm saying? Everyone is following what what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Right.
So Classic is what will happen here is, so this is a single page, but if you take to the Lightning UI, there are many pages included in the one page, many components, right? That is a component based framework. Okay. I'll put this one drawings. Okay. So like that, we can develop applications faster, right? We can divide work to the some people. It will be very easy. Instead of doing one work for one person, we can divide that work. We can develop and we can put everything into the one page. So that's why we're saying we can develop Lightning components little bit faster, little bit faster. Okay. And rich component ecosystem. I told you, right? So Lightning is having their own framework, Aura framework. I told you this bundle. So we can use these components to build a like a rich UI and all those things. Okay. We'll discuss all these Lightning components, tags, and all in the upcoming classes. Okay. Performance. I told you, right? What will happen? What is the performance issue? What is the difference between performance in the Classic performance and Lightning performance? If you click here, what will happen? If you save, what will happen here? If you save here, what is
all the way back to the server?
correct? Every time it is hitting server. Every time it is hitting server. But in the Lightning, if you click a edit button, if you save, what will happen? It is not going to server. Just it will change. It will just call the client side. Everything will be stored in the client side controller only. You can see. Page is not refreshing, right? So every time if you refresh page for each functionality, that is like a problem. Performance issue also will come. So I think that's why I have yesterday I have given some assignment, right? For Mohan, I think view state, right, Mohana? That you have to
Right.
explain tomorrow. So
Right.
in the VF page, there is an issue called view state issue. Okay, there is some size maximum. We can load components Okay, and create components. We can maintain that components data up to 175 KB in the view state. But in the Lightning, there is no concept called view state. That is also one big, okay, a change difference between classic and Lightning. Okay, I think anyway tomorrow you are going to explain that one. Just I'm saying that one. There is also one disadvantage in the VIA page. Okay, there is a view state error and all will get. But in the Lightning, there is no view state. When you will get a view state error in the VIA page, if you have more components in our page, and if you are getting more data and you are still saving in the data into the page, that time you will get a view state errors. Okay, but in the Lightning, there is no concept called view state error and all those things. That's it. Everyone is following what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this I told you, right? Event-driven architecture. Okay, there are like some in the Salesforce Lightning, we have some standard events. Okay, for example, so whenever the page is loading, what you have to do? Okay, so whenever the page in the page, if some value is changed, what you want to do? Okay, whenever you destroy some component, what you have to do? So these are like a standard events. Okay, these are all called standard events. Similarly, we have some other events called component event. If you want to communicate one component other component, we can use this events, component events and application event in the Salesforce. Okay. We can easily communicate and we can easily pass data from one component to other component. So this is same like a page reference in the VIA page. In the page reference, you can pass data, right? You can use Apex param tag by clicking button, by clicking Apex command button. If you want to pass parameters to other page, you can use Apex param tag, right? Similarly, here you can use the events, component event, application events to communicate between the two components in the Salesforce. Right. So you have to remember all these points. Okay, tomorrow if I'll ask question, you have to explain all these points. Why? What is the difference between Classic and Lightning? You need to remember all these points. And device browser compatibility. Just now I showed you, right? Classic is not supporting for mobile. If you're developing via page in the desktop, it will support in the only desktop only. It will not compatible for the mobile, iPad, okay, some other devices. So Lightning components are browser compatibility. Okay. And other benefit is we can avoid server calls in the Lightning, right? You don't need to click we don't need to call every time server side class. Just it will store everything in the client side controller. You can call multiple times client side so that performance also little bit faster compared to Classic. Just now I told you in the VA pages what we have. What is the drawback in the VA page? View state error, right? We can store maximum 175 KB of a view state. More than that, it will throw the error message. So in the Lightning, we don't have any error like this. You can create component, you can store everything in the client side. There is no issues on this. So there is one more thing called Lightning App Builder. So what is the Lightning App Builder is, using Lightning App Builder is like one type of tool in the Lightning. Okay, this is a one tool in the Lightning. Okay, by using this tool, what you can do is you can create a so Lightning home page applications. You can create a home pages, and you can create a record page. How you want to display, how your record page you want to display. You can create an app, single app also you can create. I'll show you this app builder and all how we can use this one. So this is also one good Lightning app builder is some good tool to create pages. You can create this type of pages. Home page, for example, home page means in the home page. So this is a home page, right? If you click home page, what is displaying here? You can customize here what you want, which component you want to display here, which component you want to display. That you can customize using the app builder. Record page means what? If you click anything, this is called record page, right? If you open any record, so this is called record page. How your record page want to display? Okay, which component where you want to display? That we can control using a Lightning app builder. If you want to create single page applications, okay, you want to develop one single component, you want to display that component in the Lightning pages, separate app, you can do that also. So that we'll discuss. We can create sample pages and all those things. Okay, these are the benefits. This is just like a Lightning app builder is like a drag and drop tool. I think if you click here, edit, if you click any area here, like an edit page, it will navigate to the app builder only. You can see. So this is called Lightning App Builder, right? So here you can drag and drop the component. These are all standard components. We have any Lightning custom components now? We have developed any Lightning components, custom components now? Hello? No, right? We have not written any Lightning code and all those things till now. So that's why you can see custom components is 0.
No.
So these are all called standard components. Okay, you can drag and drop all those things here. Okay, which one you want to use in this? You can drag and drop. If you don't want, you can remove also. For example, I can remove. I can click a save. So now in the opportunity, we are not showing anything in the here. One more component. And just click a save. As soon as org default from factor, click on next. Save. Okay, now back to your page, you can see we have removed some component, right? You can drag and drop components. Which component you want to use, you can drag and drop, and you can use it wherever you want. See, the component is not showing here. All right. So like this, you can drag and drop the components, all those things, whatever you want. Okay. We will discuss that app builder. We'll create some samples also. And lightning out. What is lightning out? Any idea? Lightning. What is the lightning out?
Maybe integration, I think.
Almost like that only. Okay. If you want to, you are creating one lightning component. Okay. Once you create a lightning component, that component you want to expose to other applications in a Salesforce to other applications. Otherwise, you want to use your lightning component in the VA page also, we will use a lightning out. Okay. So lightning out means you can create one lightning component that you can call in the lightning application that you can what you can do that application you can use other systems in the other systems, or you can call that component in a VA page also. So this is even if you want to display, if you want to call your lightning component in the VA page, that is also possible. Even if you want to expose your lightning component to other systems, you can expose by using a lightning out. Okay, that will discuss this. And this is like a two-way binding. What is two-way binding? What is the meaning of two-way binding?
You come like it's like adding the component or something. You're binding.
Okay, so I'll tell you for example. So this is one component, correct? So this is also one component. Again, in this component, we have sub components also like this, all those things, right? So what is the two-way component is? For example, I'm modifying this component. Which component I'm modifying now? Detail page component I'm modifying. So this is like another component phone number, right? If I'll change this component phone number here, 56565656. So wherever this phone number you are referring, in any other component you are referring this component. So what will happen? You can click save. Now you can see automatically this value will update in all the other components. Everyone is following what I'm saying? Right?
So
So there is no relationship with, sorry.
which means this particular field is, are we referring into other component as well? Is there any link
Right.
between?
This is other component, right? This is another component. This is one component. This is another component. So whenever you change this value, automatically this value will, wherever using this field, this record in other components, automatically it will update. Similarly, if you update here, another component, automatically it will update here.
So is it happening through that event-driven architecture where it just passes the data to the other place?
Correct.
What
Clear,
about
sir?
in classic? Classic, it will not happen like this actually. In the classic.
In the classic, we have only one page, right? We don't have multiple components.
Okay. But in the phone number, if you make any changes, it will not work. No? Like in the account level, if you make the changes in the phone number.
No. What I'm saying is, if you open in the classic, so this is a completely one record we have only. Okay, this is a one page. But it comes to the lighting, these are like a multiple components. You are doing some, you are modifying one component based on the whatever the value you are modifying one component. If you are referring the same value in other component,
Correct.
so that is reflecting immediately. Okay.
Okay.
That changes are happening immediately. That's why you are calling two-way binding. Okay, even that component you change value, that will display immediately in this component also.
Is it inbuilt or inbuilt function?
So
Binding.
this is inbuilt now. We can see this one in the custom components also.
Oh, custom component. Okay, okay. So if you want to make some pages in the custom, you have to make the binding, you have to add the binding, or by default it will work automatically.
So there are two types of bindings we have. Like I'll tell you that one. So
Okay.
even if you don't want, you can don't want to change any value, you can ignore it. If you want to update other component value also based on one component, you can update also.
Oh, got it, got it.
So there is a two, like a bound expression, unbound expression is there, the lightning component. So bound expression means wherever you change that field value, that record you are referring in any other component, there also it will change immediately. Unbound expression means what? You are changing a value in the one component, but that whatever the attribute you are referring in that in another component, that component value you don't want to change, you can go for unbound expression. Okay, that we'll discuss. We create some two attributes. I'll tell you how it will change, how it will not change. Clear, everyone? Any questions? Mohana, Akash,
Clear.
any?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the benefits of Lightning, right? These are not available in the Classic. So that's why nowadays everyone is moving to the Lightning. Okay, faster response, browser compatibility, all this work. So where we can use these Lightning components? You are developing Lightning component, okay? But where we can use that Lightning components? Okay. So whatever the Lightning components we're developing, that components we can use in all these places. You can create a standalone apps using a Lightning app builder. Okay. And you can create a Lightning components for your mobile applications. You can mobile also, you can call that one, create quick actions and all. Now Lightning pages, like app builder, you can use like a home page, record page, app page, there wherever you want, you can use it. Even you can use your Lightning component in the Visual Force page also using Lightning out. You can use your Lightning component in the like a tab, like how we can create a tab for VA page, right? Similarly, you can create tab for your Lightning component also, but we have to use some interface in the background. I'll tell you all the interfaces and all. Even you can refer your Lightning component in the community builder also. Even you can refer your Lightning component in a quick actions. You can refer your component in a many places, Lightning pages, wherever you want. Okay, these are all the places we can use our Lightning components. Once you develop a Lightning component, you can use it wherever you want. Based on your requirement, we have to add an interface in the component. If you want to use in the tab, we have to use one interface. If you want to use your Lightning component in the quick action, you have to use a different interface. If you want to use your Lightning component in the communities, we will use a other interface. So that we have to specify in the ARA component, right? So these are the places we can go for Lightning components, we can use it. So I told you the difference between VFPage and Lightning. So loading time is fast in a Lightning compared to Visual Force page, as the processing of the markup page is done at the front end of the Lightning, and same is done at a server for the Visual Force page, right? So this is the issue. And component level rendering and communication is possible in a Lightning, whereas this is not possible in a VF page. Okay, this is a rich UI appearance in the component. All these are the difference between VF pages and Lightning component. Okay, so this is like a Lightning component bundle and all those things. So before discussing this Lightning resources and all, for example, if you want to create a Lightning component, or if you want to test your Lightning component, what is the first thing we have to do is we have to create my domain. Okay, without my domain, you cannot create a Lightning components. You cannot test that Lightning components. Okay, even though if you create a Lightning component, it will not work. For example, I'll give hello world a Lightning component. Okay, just click on submit. So for example, I'll type some message here. Hello world. Okay. So if you want to test this Lightning component, you can test by creating separate tab, or you can create a Lightning application to see how your component is displayed. So I'll go for Lightning application here. I'll make it hello world app. How we can use an anonymous window to test your classes and all, right? Similarly, if you want to test your Lightning components, we can use a Lightning applications here. Click a submit. Okay, so I will call this component in Lightning application just by specifying namespace. By default, our namespace is C, application arg space, and give the lightning component name, then close it. If you click a preview button, you can see your lightning component, but now it will not work. What is required? If you want to see your lightning components, if you want to use lightning components, what is required? What is required?
Requires a domain.
Domain. Domain is required. Domain is required for not only lightning components. Domain is required even if you want to do single sign-on. What is single sign-on? I think everyone knows single sign-on, right? Anyone knows what is single sign-on?
Single sign-on, if we want to go and log in into Salesforce account, so we can do single sign-on with third-party identity provider or by using LDAP ID from our system.
Correct. So in a single application, in a single page, you can log into that different application. For example, from Salesforce, you want to log in other pages also, you can log in, right? Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, all those things. That is it. So what is the use of domain? Okay, why will use a domain in a Salesforce? Okay, what is the use of domain is highlight your business identity with your unique domain URL. Okay, once you create a domain URL, what will happen is, so for example, this Salesforce application using Nestle company, I can give my domain name equal to Nestle. So by whenever I will open that URL, okay, what will happen is in the URL I can see my company name Nestle, so that it is easy, right? We can promote our company also and brand your login screen. Okay, for example, login screen means, for example, if you see, if you log out here, what is the screen you are seeing? This is a Salesforce default screen, correct? This is a Salesforce providing logo. This is a Salesforce default screen. This is like a right side, you can see some image. This is a Salesforce is providing default, correct? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So
Yes,
Sir.
even you can, if you create a domain, you can customize this page also. Here you can put whatever you want. You can create your like Nestle page here. You can put a Nestle image here. Here you can create and upload your Nestle logo. All those things also possible. You can use a custom domain, all those things. So that is like a power of a domain. Okay. These are all benefits. You can promote your business, company. You can create your own login screen, and you can put your own frame in the right side. Okay. So block or redirect page request that you don't use the new domain name. You can block some pages. Work in multiple Salesforce stacks at the same time. Okay. Custom login policy determine how users are authenticated. Even if you want to log in your domain with a different, you can do that one also. This will help in a single sign-on also. Okay, allow users to log in once to access external services, all those things. So these are all the benefits of domain. Okay, so if you want to use anything, if you want to use a lightning component, single sign-on, if you want to promote your business, company, if you want to create your own login screen, we should create a domain for that. So where we can create domain? Where we can create domain? So I'll show you. For example, what is the URL now you are seeing? For example, I'll log in now, the same org. I am opening a different org, I guess. So this is batch 17, right? Okay. Now you can see what is the URL you can see here, server name and all those things, right? So this is without domain, how your URL looks like. In the classic, this is a lightning URL looks like in the without domain. But after create your domain, how your URL looks like is your URL will be changed like this. So this is without domain, your URL will be like this. After creating domain in a classic, here your domain name will come and .my.salesforce.com. This is like a domain name will display here in the classic. In the lightning, you will get a lightning.force.com. Here you can see your domain name. Okay. So we'll create a domain, and we can how we can create domain. Just go to your lightning. You can create anywhere, either classic also you can create domain. The lightning also you can create domain. Click a setup. So this is the first step. Without domain, you cannot create a lightning components. You cannot display that components in your system also. What is the first step you have to do? Create my domain in a Salesforce. To test your lightning components, to display your lightning components, everything you have to use a my domain. Click my domain. You can see, choose your domain name. Domain registration is pending. Domain ready for testing. Domain reply to users. These are the steps we have to do one by one. So you can see this is a Salesforce URL, beta default URL. We can give your domain name here. What is the domain name you want to give? You can give domain name. For example, I can give my domain name is SFDC start. I don't want that much. I can give just like a Nestle.
Maybe SFDC 17 batch.
Correct. SFDC batch 17. Check availability. The domain name is taken or cannot be used. SFDC batch. Click check availability. Oh my God. SFDC batch 17. One seven. I can give different name. Text Nestle 12. Okay, I'm just giving different name. You can use anything. If that is available, it will show available. If it is not available, it will show like a not available. So just I'm giving Nestle 12. For example, Nestle company is using this Salesforce org. So that's why I'm giving Nestle 12. If your client is some Philips, you can use a Philips. If your client is at some different client, you can use that company name here. Okay. Then once it is available, register, click a register domain here. It will take 2-3 minutes to register your domain. See, registering your domain, you will receive an email whenever it is ready for testing. Okay. So meanwhile, what we can see some other benefits of domain. Okay. You can see highlight your business. Already we discussed, right? Use of domain, all these things are same. So this is
If we registered one domain, can we change it later? So, for example, now I want to change Nestle 12 to only Nestle in future. So, can I do that?
no, you cannot change. But if you want to do update your domain, you can contact Salesforce support. What they will do, they will delete the existing one, and they will create a new domain for you. But this is the developer edition. We have some limitations. But if you go for unlimited edition and all those things, enterprise edition, you can contact. You can create a multiple domains and you can use which one you want to use.
Okay. Thank you.
So just refresh the page. So after giving domain name, so this is the first step. You can see your domain name is Nestle12 dev_dev.ed.mysalesforce.com. Your domain is ready. Log into test out. Just you can click the login button. It will show how your URL looks like now. You can see Nestle12_dev_my.mysalesforce. This is a classic. You can same domain name you can see in the lightning also, right? So to test your new domain, click tab link. Already have login now. So then what you have to do is you have to deploy this one to all the users, right? So domain is deployed to all users. Then you can do some settings. I told you, right? You can create your own login page, login policy, redirect policy. Your domain name is this one. Okay. If you want to edit, you can change your settings. If you want to use standard page, or if you want to create your own page, logo, you want to use anything, you can use all those things. I'll go for standard page only. Login form, same form. If you want to upload your logo, right? You can upload for example, I can upload Nestle logo here. Instead of like login.salesforce.com, instead of Salesforce logo, you want to use your own logo, you can upload that logo here. Instead of this logo, you want to use your own logo, you can add that logo here. You can choose logo and you can save it so that it will display. What is the background color you want to display? So currently, what is the background color you can see now in the login page? Right? That you want to change, you can change also. Right frame URL. What is the URL you want to use? All those things. For example, I'll change some color here. I'll give some blue color, something different color. Okay. And if you want to give some different logo, I'll use some different logo here. For example, I can go documents. I'll go documents. Is that? I'll use my logo. Any logo you can see. I'll take, for example, this logo. Open. Okay. Click a save. Okay. Now, if you open your, see, if you log out now, how your page looks like now. For example, I will log out now. Why this is background color blue is coming? Why previously some different, this is a page, right? Previously. Why this page is coming now? This color, background color? Because I have configured my login form. Why this logo is coming? Previously, this is a logo coming. Right? So like this, you can give, this is the URL for your customers to log into Salesforce. So by seeing this URL, they can easily identify, okay, this is a Nestle account, this is a login form. Here also you can put your Nestle, some point, some image also you can add. That is also you can do all this. You can customize this complete page. Clear everyone, what is the login form and all? And what I'm saying? Any questions? Any questions here? I think in the right frame URL, maybe you can take one Nestle URL, we can see Nestle.com. Hello, Mohana, everyone is following what I'm saying? Srini sir.
Yes, sir.
So, just open batch 17.
Yes, sir.
You can customize your page. That's what I'm saying. Click a setup. You can create, you can customize your login form. How you want to display your login form, that you can customize. Click a domain. My domain. Click edit. I have not done previously. I'll add this URL. We'll see how it will display. Nestle, not this URL. I want to display right side this image. We'll see how it will display. Will work or not. I have not tried. We'll see once it will work or not. Click a save. Okay. Now log out and see how your page will display. Refuse to connect. Okay. Maybe we have to do some thing in the background. I think. Security issues there. SalesforceStart. Not this one. This is open different page. I'll open Lightning batch 17. Setup. Domain. My domain. Click edit. We'll try this one. If it will not work, I'll check. Okay, what is the issue now? So you can add your own content also here, image and all those things. That is also possible. I think it will not work. Maybe we have to do some setting. Log out. Okay, I'll show you how we can add this custom pair and all. Okay. So like this, you can customize your page also. You can put your own logo, you can add your own screen and all those things you can do. Clear what I'm saying? Any questions?
Sometimes the UI completely, it's not the right pane or left pane. It's completely a, bold color in the background, and also it has just user ID and password. How is that possible, sir? Sometimes I see it's not the right side pane or something, but sometimes it just shows the background color, like just it's a full of blue or something in the background.
This one also?
No, not that one.
Complete page.
Yeah, complete page.
We have to develop a custom page. We can develop a VF page, something that you can refer in the more domains.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. Okay. Then, okay, so we have created domain right now. You can see all the domain, how it will display domain here like this. In the Lightning Classic, how it will display. In the Lightning, how it will display your domain. Okay. So this is the first part we have to do to like a test the Lightning components. Okay, to use a Lightning components in your Salesforce org. Okay. So now what we can do is, for example, this is your domain name, right? Just copy this domain name. Okay. And what we can do is, so if you want to see components, Lightning component, just paste your domain name, then type component reference slash shoe.app. It will display all the components available in your Salesforce org along with this component REFERE spelling, so REFERE and C shoe.app. MPONENT reference so 1 minute, sir. Just I'll take a Lightning URL here. Already I have stored somewhere. Component library. So here, instead of this URL, I'll use my domain URL, latest URL. Some spelling mistake is there previously. So this is a URL, sir. You can add your domain name. After the domain name, what you have to do, sir? If you want to see all the components available in your Lightning even Lightning org, what you have to do here is, so this is your domain name. Okay. After your domain name, what you have to do, just you have to give, just I'll show you exact URL.
Previously, the suit spelling was wrong, sir. You mentioned SUIT, but I think what I noticed is E is added at the end.
Exactly. So this is a URL. Oh my God. Okay. You can see, sir, all your Lightning component. You can add your domain name. Then what you can do is component reference MPONENT component REFERE and C reference slash shoe.app. Okay. After entering your domain name, if you want to see Lightning components, standard components, code and tags and all along with your components, you can use your domain name component reference slash shoe.app. Somewhere is Nestle develop Lightning slash component. Any spelling mistakes are here? REFERENCE slash shoe.app. Right? This is a URL, right? I think he is not required. I will remove this one. Achha. 1 minute, sir. I'll take exact URL. Not this one. I'll check this one. Okay. So generally what you have to do is just open your component library. Otherwise, just simply you can open the Lightning component library. Once you click this Lightning component library, it will open default Lightning component library. Once you open default Lightning component library, what are the Lightning components they are providing and all those things. Instead of this standard URL, what you can do, sir? You can use your domain so that you can see Lightning components is provided by Salesforce as well as what are the Lightning components you created, that you can see everything. Everyone is following what I'm saying? Now you can see these are the components provided by whom? If you see here, this component is how this component, why this is displaying a component, hello world component.
It was created by you.
Created by this. You can see your components along with the other Lightning components by default, whatever they are providing in a Salesforce, right? So if you use a domain URL, if you want to see only Lightning component library, just you can type Lightning component library in the Google. You will get all the components. Clear, sir, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is all about all those things. Now, if you created previously, I have created one Lightning component, hello world component, right? If you want to test this component, so we are using a created one Lightning application or application. If you want to test your any Lightning component, we have to call that Lightning component in a application like this. We have to use a C is a name default namespace colon component name. Now, if we click update preview, okay, click update preview. Showing why this one? Update preview, you can see you are able to test your Lightning component now. Previously, what is the issue you are getting without domain? What are the issues you were getting previously? Without domain, you cannot create Lightning comp. You can create Lightning components, but you cannot test and you cannot display that components in the Salesforce. Everyone is following, sir? Any questions here?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Sure, sir. This is a basic component. We'll discuss complete code and all. So this is just an example I'm saying. If you want to test Lightning applications, so what we'll do is in the class tomorrow onwards, what are the topics we are going to is first we'll discuss about Lightning standard things, sir. Like we'll discuss about Lightning. So if you see Lightning UI, there are many things is there. So what is the use of this star, flash, all these things? We can see complete. We can. I'll explain all the things here. Administration. Then we'll go for app builder. Then we'll start the Lightning component coding. So okay. So tomorrow we'll complete this administration. So day after tomorrow onwards, we'll start the Lightning code thing, all those things.
Sure.
Any questions? Anyone?